Okay, so in this lecture we will discuss duplex wave winding. Like in lap winding, duplex lap winding, we have seen how to draw a duplex lap winding, and today we'll take up duplex wave winding. So duplex in the sense we will be having two circuits. We will be having two circuits, independent circuits on the armature. Okay, so straight away we'll go to the problem and try to develop the winding diagram. So we have 8 poles, 50 coils and 2 coil sides per slot. 2 coil sides per slot means, so number of slots and number of coils are same. So number of slots and number of coils are 50. Okay, 50, and pole pitch 50 slots divided by 8 poles. This is 8 pole machine. So we will be having 6 1 by 4. 6 1 by 4. So we can take it as 6 pole pitch or coil span as 6 or 7. So let us take with the coil span. Coil span is equals to 6 in this example, right? And commutator pitch YC equals to number of segments, that is C, plus or minus 2. Here because we are drawing duplex wave winding, this M is 2 and pair of poles is 4. So it could be 52 by 4 or 48 by 4. So or otherwise it could be 13 or 12. Okay. Now in this example we will take YC equals to 12. We will take YC equals to 12, which implies it is a retrogressive winding. Retrogressive winding. Let us see. I'll at the end we will say what is this double circuit or single circuit and double circuit. So yeah, now we have decided the commutator segment to be 12, coil span to be 6. Now I have shown the slots 1 to 21 and so on up to 50 like this. Okay, so there is a break here. So and each slot is occupying 2 coil sides. So top coil sides I have numbered 1 2 3 so on up to 50 like this, and bottom coil sides, where does the 1 dash starts? 1 dash, because I have taken the coil span as 6, then the 1 dash will lie on the bottom side of 7th slot. So if this is left side of the coil 1, then this will be the right side of the coil 1, that is 1 dash in 7th slot. So then I will number sequentially 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash, 7 dash, 8 dash, 9 dash, 10 dash, 11 dash, 12 dash, 13 dash, 14 dash, 15 dash. Let me come from this side. This is 50th dash, 49 dash, and this is 48 dash, 47 dash, 46 dash, this is 45 dash, then this would be 44 dash, 43 dash, and this is 42 dash. Okay, so I have numbered all the coil sides, right? Now I have also shown the layout of the coils. So solid line indicates the upper coil side, and similarly dashed line indicates the bottom coil side. Right. Now let us draw the winding. Right. So 1 is starting from commutator segment 1, it is coming somewhere from one segment. Right. I have started here 2. So it is coming from 1, then it is joining to 1 dash. 1 dash is somewhere here. So this is 1 dash. Now 1 dash will go and meet at 13. It will meet at 13. Okay, because 1 plus 12 is equals to 13. Commutator's pitch is 12. So it will meet at 13. Now 13th coil will join. 13th coil will join from 13th segment like this. It will connect the backside of the 13th coil, that is 13 dash. And again from 13 plus 12, which is equals to 25. So it will meet at somewhere in the 25th segment. Right? So from 25th segment, so 25th coil will again go from somewhere here. Okay, so somewhere here like this, it will go and connect the 25th backside. 25th backside. I think, yeah. So it will be here itself. I can't draw now. It will be somewhere within this. Okay. It is somewhere here in this, because this is 42, so it will come 25 dash, will come somewhere in between. So like that. So once 25 dash will again connect to 25 plus 12, that is 37. So 37, from here you will be having 37, and from 37 it will go to 37th coil and then connect to 37 plus 12, that is 49. So this will come and meet at 49th commutator segment. So 49th commutator segment is just, if this is 1, this is 50 and this is 49. So we have started from 1 and it is ending at 49. So we are actually moving, because we are not ending at 50, because this is a duplex winding. We are ending one more segment back, 2 segments back. Okay, in simplex I would have ended at 50, but because it is a duplex winding, it is ending at 49. Okay, this is retrogressive duplex winding. Retrogressive means I am moving backside, because I have taken commutator pitch 12 instead of commutator pitch 13. 13 is progressive and 12 is retrogressive. So I am moving back, and due to duplex in nature, I am ending at not 50 but it is on 49. Okay, this is one observation, right? And again now I start from 49 like this, and again I will end at 47. I will end at 47. I will start at 49 and I will end at 47. And again I will start from 47, then again I will end at 45. So this is a retrogressive winding and duplex in nature. Okay, so it is very difficult to draw here the layout diagram. That is why we will be developing the table. Okay, let me develop the table. Okay, so we are starting at 1. Yc is 12, Yc is 12, Yc is 12, Yc is 12. So we will end this coil, first coil, that is, this is first coil, we will end at 13, and next 13th coil, this is 13th coil, we will end at 25, and 25th coil, this is 25th coil, we will end at 37, and 37th coil we will end at 49. This is, so between two commutator segments, that is 1 and 49, 1 and 49, how many coils are there? 4 coils, 4 coils in series. Okay, right. Now we will start from 49, then 49 plus 12, 49 plus 12 minus 50. So it comes to 11, just 2 less than this one. Okay, let us do 49 plus 12. So it is 50, 61, 60 minus 50, it is 11. Okay. So 11, this is 23, this is 35, this is 47. This is one more wave winding, starting from 47 and ending at 49. Next wave winding, starting from 47, this is 9, this is 21, this is 33, and this is 45, like this. So it goes on. How many coils are there? How many waves are there like this? So 50, altogether 50 coils. So 25 coils will be in one winding, another 25 coils will be on another similar type of winding. Now we are talking about only one circuitry. Okay, so this is 45, 7, 19, 31, 43, 43, 5, this is 17, 29, 41, then 41, this is 3, 15, 27, 39. So 39, this is 1, 39, this is 1. Okay, this is 1. So we are ending at 1, exactly 1. So how many coils are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 into 4, 24 plus 1. So it is 25 coils. So okay, this is one coil, this is one coil, this is one coil, and this is one coil. 4 coils in one wave. So the one more 4 coils, 4 coils, 4 coils, 4 coils, and this is also 4 coils. Up to here we have 6 into 4, that is 24 coils, and this is one more coil. So altogether I have 25 coils in one wave, one circuitry, starting from 1, again ending at 1. This is ending at 1. Okay. Now let us see the other winding. This is one coil. Now let us draw the other coil numberings. Okay, so we will be starting from 2. We will be starting from 2. Okay, so this is Yc equals to 12. Now we will end at 14. Again 12, Yc equals to 12. We will end at 26. Again Yc equals to 12. We will end at 38. Again Yc equals to 12. We will end at this is 50. So we are starting at 2. We are starting at 2 and we are ending at 50. There is one more 1 is there between. So because of duplex, we are not ending, we are starting here and we are ending here in simplex. But in duplex, we are ending here, we are leaving this one segment. This is duplex in nature. Okay. So this is one wave of winding. Then we'll start from 50. We'll start from 50. 50 plus 12, that is 62 minus 50, again it will be 12. So 12 plus 12, 24, 36, and this is 48. Then 48 plus 12, 60 minus 50, it is 10. So just reduce 2, 22, 34, this is 46. So 46, 8, 20, 32, 32 and 44. 44, 6, 18, 30, 42, 42, 4, 4, this is 16, 28, 40, 42, and that's it. We are ending it again once again at 2. We have started at 2 and we have ended at 2. So how many coils in this loop? So 4, 4, 4, 4 and 4. So 24 plus this coil is 25 coils on this circuit, 25 coils on this circuit. So we had a independent closed circuits like this. Okay, this is duplex. Duplex independent closed circuits like this. So this example is a wave winding, and we have also seen similar type of duplex independent circuits on lap windings as well. Okay. Now here one important point I mention here is in some cases depending upon the number of slots we have, depending upon the number of slots we have for a duplex winding, whether it is a lap winding or lap or wave, there may be a chance that we are not possible to draw these separate windings, separate two independent windings, but we can have only single winding. We have single winding with like this. Okay, and in similarly in wave winding also we don't have single winding, but we may have we separate two windings, but we have single winding of this nature. Okay, now I have started this example with what is that, commutator segment, commutator pitch as 12, and then I have said here double winding. So with commutator segment 12 I have taken, I would be able to draw two separate segments, circuits like this. But if I take example of IC equals to 13, then two separate is not possible, but a single circuit is possible like this. Single circuit is possible like this. Okay. Now in lap winding also we may have such type of windings. Okay. Now let us identify the brush positions and coils in. So we have 50 slots or 50 commutator segments and 8 poles. So pole pitch in terms of commutator segments, 50 by 8, again 6 1 by 4, 6 1 by 4. Okay, this is the one pole pitch. So brushes should be placed apart by 6 1/4. Okay, so if I place 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 like this. So if I place one brush on complete first segment, then my second brush will be somewhere 6 quarter apart. 6 quarter apart. This is plus and this is minus. Okay. So this would have been in simplex winding. But in duplex, what we have to do? We have to extend this brush to it should short circuit both brushes, 7 8 like this, 1 2 like this. It should occupy 2 segments. It should occupy 2 segments like this. Okay. Now we'll take up the parallel circuits in first coil, first circuitry, and later we'll extend that into second circuitry. Okay, so I will draw the 24 coils. Let me draw. So we will be starting from 1 here, then 13, then 25, then 37, then 49, then 11, then 23, then 35, then 47. I'm sequentially putting these numbers: 1, 13, 25, 37, 27. One more is there here, 39, then 1. Okay, so now where is our first brush? It is there at 1, position 1. Here is my first brush, plus, and my second brush is actually shorting 7 and 8. It is shorting 7 and 8. Okay. But 8 is not here, so it is at 7. 8 is not here, so it will be where is 7? 7 is here. 8 will be in other circuit. 8 will be in other circuit. Okay. Now 7. So what is happening here? So one side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coils on one side and 12 coils are on other side. Okay, so this is much better than what we see in simplex windings. Okay, next we'll also draw the other circuit. Similarly we'll draw the other circuit. So always I hope here at any moment, so these two brushes will divide the complete circuit into 12 on one side and 13 on other side, or reverse. Now in second circuit, okay, so I'll start from here, 2, 14, 26, 38, 23, 24, 25 coils, right? 25 coils. So where is our brush now? at 2, this is our first brush 2 here, this is on 2, and second brush is on 8. 8 means, where is the 8? Here it is 8. This is minus and this is plus. So again it will divide 12 on one side and 13 on one side. Okay, so this is more closer to the equal number of circuits in a circuit, right? So this is how the duplex winding, wave winding can be drawn, and their layout diagrams and the connecting table, brush positions and circuitry can be identified. Okay, so you can just check out by taking 13 as a commutator segment, yc equals to 13, and see where we will be starting at 1. We will be starting at 1, and then we will be again finally completing all the coils and back to 1. We will be coming to the segment 1. Okay, so there will be only single circuit now. There will be only single circuit, right? Not two circuits, but they will be having like a spiral in nature. If I connect the adjacent brushes, like this, so we will be having four parallel paths. Okay, so here also how many? So actually in a wave winding we have only 2 parallel paths, but due to this duplex in nature, we have 2 parallel paths in one circuit and 2 parallel paths in the other circuit. So altogether we have 4 parallel paths in the duplex wave winding. Okay, so in multiplex wave winding, the plex number multiplied by the 2, that is 2m number of parallel paths exist. Okay, and regarding the equalizer rings, similarly in case of lap winding where there are so many number of parallel circuits, when we go for duplex, triplex wave winding, we also have number of parallel circuits. Okay, so there may be a necessity of equalizer rings in wave windings also. Okay, but what is the difficulty is in case of 2 circuits, it would be easy to connect equalizer rings. It would be easy to connect the equalizer rings. But if we have a single circuit like this, then there will be a shift. The coils in one circuit will be like this, and other circuit will be displaced by one slot. So if I connect these two with an equalizer ring, then there may be slight difference in EMF induced, because under the poles, the coils placed in this circuit and coils placed in this circuit are displaced by some slots, 1 slot or 1.5 slot. So there may be a slight EMF difference or unequal in case of single circuit, duplex only, but we have only one circuit, one closed circuit. So unlike 2 circuits, separate identical circuits, so it is easier to connect the equalizer rings. So I'll end the armature windings with this lecture, and we'll take up next topic from the next class. I'll stop here.